Happy Thanksgiving week, everybody. Yo, it's Thanksgiving week at CRUMBL, and you know they be doing pies every year, so we are going to actually rate these today, 1 through 10, and make sure y'all stay to the end because I'm gonna have a whole list of my rankings, 1 through 6. All right, so the pies I got today, we got the brookie pie, the cookies and cream pie, the French silk pie, the Biscoff pie, the pumpkin cream pie, can't wait to try that, and then the raspberry cream pie, also cannot wait to try that. And let's get a quick close-up on these. And just looking off the bat, they actually like look as advertised. Like sometimes at CRUMBL, they don't be looking the way they need to be looking, but no, they actually do look like how they look on the picture. Of course, some details are gonna be like different, but that's just the nature of the game. Let's get to trying these. And, oh my God, I forgot a fork. This is gonna be nasty. Here, I'll be right back. I need a fork. Okay, I didn't find a fork back there, so I'm gonna have to just thug it out and eat the pies. So I think the one I'm most excited for is this French silk pie right here. And this is the one we are about to try first. And off the bat, that does look like French silk, although it looks a little bit darker than what I've had, but it looks close to what the picture looks like, so I do give CRUMBL that. All right, without further ado, let's get into this one. Okay. Hold up. Let me get. First off, CRUMBL, I don't like how you don't give forks out, even though you do more than cookies. Like, how are you gonna do a whole week of pies and not give out a fork? All right. Second off, this pie is really good. Like, I don't know what came of me, but this is a good whip texture. And I'll have the prices listed out on the screen right here, but this is a good texture. The ratio of like this crust right here to like actual filling, it's a good ratio, I'm not gonna lie. Let's try the whipped cream too, because the whipped cream can make or break. That's a good whipped cream right there. It's nice and airy, creamy. Like, I like it. This one is really chocolatey, and usually I don't like chocolate cake, if some of y'all didn't know. But I do happen to like this one. I think the ratio is perfect. I think the presentation's perfect. And I think on that note, I'm gonna have to give this one a 10 out of 10. Only because it's like, it hit the mark for me. And I'm glad I tried this one first because, oh man, I've not had a French silk pie since one of my parents made it. And it's been a long time, so yeah. No, this is a good one to start off with. I'm glad. So the next one I want to try, we're going to go with this cookies and cream pie right here. Pies. Take a look at that. Everything looks perfect about it. Like, it actually looked, and I was scared with like the minis, because I didn't think they'd actually look like the picture, because I know with like some of the cakes, they be taking off a layer and whatnot, which I don't be liking, but I think the pies, like, there's no excuse to not make them look like the picture. You get a pie tin and you do your measurements, and yeah, so far all these pies look just as advertised. And I think there's a good amount of whipped cream. It's a good dusting of Oreo on top, and I'm sure there's like more in the middle. Now, I heard people say this tastes like too much cream cheese. If you've had the Oreo cheesecake from here before, which I have, and personally, I don't think that's it. I think it's a hint of it, but I think it's a right amount, and then there's plenty of Oreo. But yeah, we're gonna try this to see if it's just like the cheesecake or better or worse. All right. Bombs up. Oh, okay. Shoot. Oh, let me catch my breath. Let me catch my breath right now. This is really good, actually. I think this is actually better than the Oreo cheesecake I've had from here. Like, dog, the Oreo, there's like an Oreo crust in here. If you can like see in the bottom. And then the filling is like this, not like a brown, not like this brown, but like a little darker. If you mix the whipped cream with Oreo, that's what it would look like a real light skin chocolate mousse. And ain't nothing light skin about this pie. This pie is actually hitting the mark for me. You know, like I said, the whipped cream is nice and airy. I like the pie crust on the inside. It is amazing. And then the filling. The filling is the right balance between Oreo, cream cheese, and all the other ingredients. So this one, I'm going to give this one a 10 out of 10 because it is literally that good. And I think the presentation is perfect. I love everything about this. And I'd highly recommend everybody get the cookies and cream one. Now, I will say, a little extra Oreo dust don't hurt, but I think this is good enough. All right, let's go on to our next pie, actually. It appears I have grabbed the pumpkin cheese, or the here we go. We got the pumpkin cream pie right here. Right here. Oh my God, not me saying those two words and stuttering. Yeah. Presentation. Dog. It looks just like the picture on the screen. And yeah, let's get a little bit of this filling. It's kind of spilling a little bit, but okay. You know what? The weird thing is, right off the bat, I'm kind of tasting a little bit of like apple in here. Like, I don't know if that's just me or if that's just like the cinnamon doing some talking, but it tastes like a mixture of pumpkin and apple, which both those I like during the fall time and during the holiday season. So I'm not mad about it. Let me dig in closer and get some of the filling. Not the filling, the crust. Oh, okay. I am tasting more of the pumpkin now. Oh no. So I grabbed it from like the rim at first and it was tasting like apple. Now I just grabbed from beneath and I'm tasting more of the pumpkin, more of the cream, more of the custard, and you know, safe to say, I think they got the ratio. They got their ratios good on this one. I'm not gonna lie, like if I try to clean it up, like there's barely any pie crust in there. Like honestly, I think these are more like, what I'm noticing about these, I think these are more like tarts than actual pies. But I'm not nitpicking about that. We're going off presentation and taste, and well, is it worth the money? So far, these are worth the money. A little bit more pie crust would be nice. I mean, the crust is good, but none out this world. It works, you know. It's like pie crust at the store. The pre-made ones, like, they work. They're not extraordinary, but they work. Custard's amazing. Whipped cream and the cinnamon are doing their thing. I think they dusted it with a good amount of cinnamon, although I think a little bit more cinnamon would have done even more wonders for this. Like, here's the thing. You cannot go wrong with, like, cinnamon topping, like, at any point. And I think for this one, because this was, like, so good, I'll give it a 9.5. It's, just put a little more cinnamon on top and maybe a slightly better pie crust, and you might have a 10, but, you know, not mad about this. So far, these desserts have been worth the money. And I got minis, so I might have to come back for a large of my favorite, which I'll let y'all know at the end of the video. All right. It appears the next one I've grabbed. We got the Brookie Pie right here. And I don't know why I thought Brookie was something else. But I just realized it is brownie and then like cookie. Hence the term Brookie. Oh my God. Yeah, no, don't ever let me have a dumb moment like that again. Because I ain't trying to be a dumbass. I'm going to try this, whatever this topping is on here. Actually, that's not bad. Why's that better than I thought? Okay. I don't know what's in here, but I'm sure the description in the photo will say something. All right. And this one's kind of solid, so... Oh, it pops right out. Let's go. Hey. Now we get to see what y'all was really doing back there in the kitchen. All right. Try it all together. I'm not getting much of either one. Like, it tastes more like a cookie than like a brownie and a cookie. And I get it's both, but like, I don't know. I was just expecting more of like both to be present. Surprisingly, even though there's more brownie, it tastes more like a cookie. So I think maybe like make the brownie just like a little bit more fudgy. This cookie crust, it's all right. It's none to write home about. It's kind of like all the other cookies they be having here. I think the star of the show was actually this whipped topping, whatever's in here. But yeah, this one's not bad, but I think for the reasons I have stated, I think I have to give this one a... I'll give this one an... I'll give it an 8, only because of the whipped topping being this good. All right, 4 pies down, 2 to go. Hey, make sure y'all subscribe. Yup. Looks like we're grabbing the Biscoff pie right here. And it looks like there's a little bit of cookie butter in here, kind of like in the picture. It's kind of hard to see with all these crumbs, but it's a good ratio of crumbs to cream to pie. Let's taste the Biscoff. Okay, that's real Biscoff. Hey, we just gotta make sure this is authentic, all right? We just gotta make sure that it's not stale. But yeah, let me dig into it real quick. Oh, okay. It's kind of like a cookie butter, then a custard, and then a crust, from what I'm seeing. It's kind of like a wet tart. Tastes like a graham cracker, like straight up graham cracker. It's a lot of Biscoff. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not tasting much cookie butter in here. Like, you really have to dig in between like the lines just to get like this little bit of cookie butter. Hold up, let me try to show y'all. Like, it's kind of crummy and everything else. The taste is good though, but you know, it would have been nice to have a bigger explosion of cookie butter. Pause. And for that, this one, I'll give this one like give this one an 8.7 out of 10. Only because it's like they did good on this, and I like the ratios are all good, except for add more cookie butter in here. All right, let's grab our last pie, and it's gonna be the raspberry one right here. Flawless. I must say, flawless. And I picked these up at like 9 a.m. and they were working on them well before then. Like, I got it really handy to the CRUMBL employees over here. Like, y'all were really putting in that work today. All right. And honestly, actually, before I tried this one, funny story, I walked in, I kept tapping I'm here, and I thought like, bro, did they even see my order? Because I didn't see my order on like the queue screen when I walked in, even though I already checked in and everything. So I'm like, oh shit, is my internet bad? Did they actually get it? But lo and behold, after like 3 minutes, them talking about Reese's Pieces and stuff like that, which that one I'm not going to try because I do not like Reese's. So go try that one on your own. They pulled through and they got it out. They got it out to me relatively a little bit later than my pickup time, but it was only about like 3 minutes. Like, I'm not tripping over 3 minutes. But yeah, let's try this one actually. I'm gonna try the filling because I can't get this crust out. Oh my. Has a perfect amount of tartness, perfect amount of flavor. And the crust works. Man, oh man. I can eat this one all day. There's something about me and fruit flavors, it's just like, we're like this. And then, yeah. And also, something I'm noticing is like, I guess the raspberry was like a topping versus like the actual custard. Because like, you look at the layering in here, you can see the raspberry and then you see some type of like cream under it. And then the crust. And I'm like, what was this supposed to be? I don't know, it's supposed to be like cheesecake or... Here, let's look it up real quick. Damn it, I got some on my hoodie. This is oh, it's a raspberry cream pie. Okay, so it's just ew. Oh my god, this is embarrassing. But yeah, it's just regular cream. You know, getting a closer look at the cream, I can kind of taste a little bit. I think there might be some like vanilla bean in there too. So I'm kind of seeing the specks, but okay, I'm starting to taste it more. It's kind of resembling a cheesecake, but I think for this one, look, that raspberry blew me away already. This one, I'm gonna give this one a 10. Just, it's solely because like, yo, that raspberry blew me away at first bite. All right, now, here's the ranking. So, hey, stay tuned for next video. Hey, go watch my other videos, all right?